Hello, everyone. I just read this news on Sahara Reporters, and honestly, it's just so heartbreaking. Nigerian military declares curfew in Borno town after suicide bombing claimed 6 lives. Ah! Suicide bomb is back again in Nigeria. This is something that we were hoping against hope, that this is something that has gone for good. As at least let's be progressing in our win against terrorism. For many years, I kept saying that, look, the fact that the suicide bombing has stopped, it wasn't something that we as a nation or the military had done. But for that, the fact that the terrorists just found out that it wasn't probably wasn't serving their purpose anymore, or the kidnappings were better or something. And that for me was really quite worrisome. Even though a lot of people, all they focused on was the fact that, oh yeah, the bombing has stopped and all of that. But is it we that stopped it, or is it they that just felt they didn't need that strategy again and they stopped it? And today, just hearing that there was actually, a bomb blast, a suicide bombing, Lord have mercy. The Nigerian military has declared a curfew in the Goza area of Borno State after a suicide bombing at a wedding claimed 6 lives, injured several other, persons. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, no, no, no. I can't. I mean, there's something that the Igbos will always say, Ozemena, as in never again. I thought we really had gotten ourselves to that place where we're saying never again what we had gone through for us to go through it again. But unfortunately, as it is, it seems as if Nigeria doesn't want to learn, doesn't care to learn, and then of course what that thing that was supposed to be never again is actually here and it's back again. It's really sad, it's really unbelievable. It's something that should fear every one of us. We should really look at this and say, who is next? Look at the way they just made 6 lives gone like that, from being at a joyous place, having your wedding, doing your own thing, minding your own business. You didn't do anything to anyone, you didn't attack anyone, you didn't fight anyone. One of the things for me is this mindless killings. They will always ever they just make me feel just so stumped, because I'm like, I could understand that you made someone angry and he now went after you, he killed you, or it was an accident, you were driving by the road, the person hit you with a vehicle or something. All of that one, you could share and rationalize them. But the fact that somebody just woke up somewhere, never knew you, probably will never know you, of course will never know you now, you've never met, nothing joined you, but you were just at that particular moment, and then that is it. That person just takes you out. Even when it comes to things like gosh. Sahara reporters had reported that the bomb attack occurred in Mararaba, Goza town. It had been reported that the bomber, who was later identified as a young woman in her early 20s, detonated her explosive device in the middle of the gathering, causing chaos and destruction. Meanwhile, Yusuf Lawan, the Borno State Commissioner of Police, confirmed the incident. Similarly, another bomber who disguised as a mourner has detonated another explosive device in Goza local government area as the people were preparing for the funeral of the victims killed in an attack few hours ago. Just imagine the audacity. So there was an attack. So a woman detonated and got 6 people killed. While they were trying to bury them, also someone also came with his own. What kind of madness is this one? Are we back to this era of suicide bombing? And of course, it's women they use. They brainwash them and tell them all sorts of things, that they're going to go to heaven and whatever. I don't even know what are the things that they end up telling them that make them carry out this heinous act. What is this? He noted that the victims, who were all civilians, were gathered to pay their respect to the deceased when the attack occurred. At least one additional person died, while 16 others were injured and rushed to the hospital. Meanwhile, a curfew has been announced in Goza by the military to enable them sensitize the town from any further threat. This is so tiring, honestly. This is so tiring. Lord have mercy. You see things like this, you're just wondering, where are we heading to? Where are we going? Where are we? Where is the direction? You know, it's almost as if you take one, Nigeria takes one foot forward and then, 20 feet backward. You think you're supposed to be at the place where you say, okay, the military have been able to do this. I remember when Iraq, I think it was Iraq, when they were trying to fight ISIS and going after them, there was a systematic method with which it was done. From town to town to town, they will liberate this town, leave people there to ensure it's guarded, and then move on to the next place, to the next town. And it was Al Jazeera, CNN and co all followed that whole happening. You could see journalists following how every town was reclaimed, the things that were done in the town to reclaim it, and the things that were put in place to ensure that terrorists do not come and infiltrate the place again and come and take over the place. But in the case of the Nigerian situation, you don't see anything like this. You don't see anywhere where they're telling you that, oh, this is what they're doing, this is how they're doing, this is what they want to achieve, and this is how they're achieving it. It's just almost as if, oh, just go in there, maybe shoot some people, show the media that you have you've killed so people, you have so bodies. Sometimes you don't show anything, you just bring out the figures, numbers out there, and that's it, and you just move on, and you're not bothered about anything that is happening. That's just what we seem to be doing, and this thing over time, it hasn't really served us well. We might believe that it has served us because the bombings have moved from the cities, they've gone back to the villages, but now sadly the attacks are leaving the villages and they are now also coming back to the cities. These are some of the things really that affect a lot of us, affect our people, and yet we're not saying it. And you find that there are people who are just invested in just defending government that has not really done anything to protect citizens, government that has not really focus on ensuring that lives matter. The only lives that they care matter is their own lives and that of their own families, and anyone that have access to them, anyone with riches or whatever. But the lives and properties of the generality of citizens whose lives are supposed to be protected doesn't seem to matter, to any of them, and they just sort of like do things the way they want to do it, how they want to do it, and when they want to do it. It's really sad that once again we are at a period in our country where we are actually talking about suicide bombing being a thing. That means we learned from nothing, we didn't prevent anything, we didn't do anything, we didn't try to stop anything. We just sat down there and are being buffeted by the wind and at the mercy of everyone's incompetence, everyone's independence. I'll end this video by saying that any government that cannot protect the lives and properties of its citizens is not fit to be called the government.